most accurate local forecast starts now with meteorologist Dan Tomaso.
Dan, I sort of walk behind my daughter as she bikes to school.
Sure.
You'll do that someday during
I
that transition
understand.
from being a little kid to. And this morning I was out there at 8 o'clock in the morning on December 22nd, and I was not wearing a jacket.
It's
kind of a hoodie.
Quite amazing that it's not windy, it's not very cold right now. I mean, it's seasonable for this time of the year, but there's not a whole lot going on. So you might not need that jacket for a while, especially leading into the next part of our forecast here that today's going to be on the chilly side, but tomorrow starts to turn milder, and heading into Sunday, early next week, we will be near 50 degrees. This is December, moving into January, but it has not really felt like we've had winter right on our doorstep, and now we're officially into winter. All we have is cloud cover to show for it here over Ephrata, an east wind helping to lock in a lot of these lower clouds. Same thing goes in Mechanicsburg, that just maybe a little hint of blue here and there. That's about all. But looking at the big picture, here's the reason why. We have a warm front that's stretching from Pennsylvania the whole way back toward the Great Lakes. There's a large area of low pressure, but this area of low pressure doesn't promise much in the way of moisture. So we mostly get cloud cover and more of an east flow coming in on the eastern side of that warm front. So all that being said, between the east wind, the cloud cover, temperatures stuck in the low to mid 30s. We are now up to 40 though in Chambersburg, Gettysburg up to 39, but still lagging over our eastern counties. And usually those are the last areas with an east wind that get some sunshine. So I do think clouds will be most stubborn east of the river. That's generally the case, as I mentioned, but also this time of the year, the sun angle is so low that it's hard to break through when you have an overcast cloud deck like this. So 43, yesterday's high, right about on par for this time of the year. It can be as warm as 70 degrees, but we don't see that coming anytime soon. The rainfall deficit is climbing once again, so any little bit of shower activity would be a nice add-on here for the weekend, but it's very limited, and we'll show you that in just a moment. But mostly cloudy skies today. Highs may reach 40 for some of us, upper 30s for the rest. And then tonight, because of the clouds, we stay close to 32. So tomorrow kicks off this more mild weather pattern. So in general, the theme for this weekend is mild, mainly dry, because the moisture from this is not impressive. It takes until after Christmas that we see more of a Gulf storm coming up our way, meaning it's going to pick up some Gulf moisture on its way here, but this one not so much. We will see the clouds, as I mentioned, not only for today, but tonight and tomorrow. Precision Cast trying to bring some amount of clearing, but it's a tough go. Even tomorrow during the day, I think there'll be multiple rounds of clouds. A light shower or two possible by tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. But notice, this is pretty bleak overall. So again, it's going to wait until after Christmas for a more widespread chance of rain. Today's winds keep blowing out of the east through tonight. They start to switch tomorrow at times. That may lead to a little bit of clearing. But again, mostly cloudy skies the next 2 days. For Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, still mostly cloudy, but temperatures rise nonetheless. Then the rain follows, and I do think we'll see periods of steady, if not heavy rain, Tuesday into Wednesday. And Seth, I would say the rainiest day of the two will be Wednesday. So if you're trying to plan travel around that, if you don't want to travel in, say, the rain and kind of, I wouldn't say overcast skies, but certainly kind of a dark, gray, low visibility day, you might be what you want to look out for on Wednesday.
Yeah, and I think you crystallized it earlier. What's so unusual isn't that you would have one day like today, but
Right.
It's just day after day of this very mild.
It's been a very warm year overall, Seth. Top 5 so far in Harrisburg history for warmest years on record.
All right, Dan. See you back soon. Thanks.
Sure.
Well, if you want to make a big